Hi, it's Linda again. Now I'd like to talk to you about Target and Target Courtyard competing within the international markets. Um, we want to take a look at the advantages and disadvantages of the international stores and market. We can go back and look at history, and Target opened stores in Canada in 2013 and then actually closed them by 2015. They had opened 133 stores, and they were just not doing well, and they ended up having a $5.4 billion quarterly loss. Thus, they decided to close the stores, and that their expansion into Canada was not a good idea. Ultimately, this put 17,000 people out of work. The issue when you're trying to go into an international market is gaining new customers. And that is because there may already be stores that are local to the area or are established within that country that are already having the loyal customer base, and thus coming in new, it's hard to pull those customers away from their norm. Target and other companies always need to remember the old little cliche or saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. They need to do that because if you only have your eggs all in one basket and you're only relying on that, you're going to have issues. And that can sort of be related back to Japan and the Japanese earthquake of 2011. There was a mass destruction in Japan due to a large earthquake and tsunami. There were 45,700 buildings destroyed, 144,300 damaged, and it was estimated that 230,000 automobiles and trucks were damaged or destroyed in the disaster. So by spreading one's eggs into multiple baskets, you can reduce the chance that all your eggs will be broken. So you can see in Japan, by having that much devastation, if they only had all of their income and resources coming from Japan, that would have been absolutely devastating to businesses and their import and export. So you want to actually try to diversify across various countries. So now, looking at international strategies and options for competing international, it helps companies to expand into the global market and maintain customer bases in other countries. And the strategies for this are exporting and importing, local sourcing, international joint ventures, and international franchising. So when we look at export and importing, the strategy involves exporting goods made in a country to other countries or importing goods and services back into the country. By using this strategy, a business can expand into other countries and help lower production costs. An example would be a company can lower production costs by exporting yarn or cotton to another country and then importing t-shirts from that country. The next strategy would be local sourcing. This international strategy occurs when a business produces goods and services in another country rather than at home. One advantage of this strategy is that overseas companies may have lower labor rates than a company's domestic location, which helps bring the production costs down. Number 3 would be the international joint venture, and this involves using 2 or more businesses coming together to produce goods and services for an international market. And this would actually be good for Target Courtyard. If we wanted to go overseas, is to actually look for another similar company compared to Target and see if we could actually join together. Companies commonly use this strategy when they require additional resources or skills to conduct business in other countries. So that would be a really great idea for Target Courtyard. And the last one is international financing. A business creates a franchise in another country and then sells products from that franchise to customers in other countries. The franchisor provides the advantage of controlling the quality of the products and creating a customer base for the franchise. This strategy helps the business expand into foreign markets by offering its customers the same quality they produce domestically. So if we actually put Target Courtyards over internationally as franchise, whoever the franchisor is would know their demographic and what their consumers in their area are looking for. So that would be a great idea for Target Courtyard to look into, so that we could be successful overseas in international universities and colleges. We also need to know about global risks. Global risks don't know borders. Businesses get excited to expand and forget to look at all of the risks involved. You're going to have to look at financial resources, political issues overseas, foreign laws and regulations, and actually studying if their brand or similar products are already available in the area they want to expand to. So you have to look at financial resources based on looking at the exchange rate of what US money is versus to the area that you're expanding into. Then looking at political issues overseas, you need to know, is the US in a good relationship with that country right now? Are there possibly issues that might arise or not? Take Russia, for example. There is no way any US company right now would want to expand over to Russia, just because of the political issues going on. But then you also need to look at foreign laws and regulations and make sure that things that you're bringing into the country are okay, the way that you're selling them, and you need to know the regulations on sales and purchases and all of that within the business world. And you also need to study if their brand or similar products are already available. Looking back at when Target expanded into Canada, they did not do a very good job of studying the brands or similar products that were already being offered in Target by another store. And so they were bringing in similar items and were not able to get that customer base away from the already stores and products, or not products, companies established in Canada. And I guess lastly, the thing you need to remember is breaking into the international is a tough road to navigate. And it will take a lot of time to investigate and decide if going overseas is something that we would want to do in the future with Target Courtyard.